everybody, it's Christina from Creations with Christina, and today, as a part of our mini album series, we're going to work on preparing our pages before we start embellishing. So, what I like to do, and you don't have to do this, but this is what I like to do, I like to ink my edges. So I'm just using Stampin' Up! Tempting Turquoise ink, and I've already done this, but just to show you how I do it. And I, rather than the little daubers and the pieces of foam, or I think it's like a sea foam or something that people cut into squares, I like to use the Inks Essentials foam daubers. These are great. So I just go ahead and ink the edges all around on all of my pages of my book, and I do it on all sides, okay? So that's basically what you do for inking your edges, but you can leave it plain if you want to. I just like to ink it. It just gives it a nice little touch. And then you can also glimmer mist. And again, this is something you don't have to do, but I love glimmer mist. I love the shine that it gives. I don't know if you could see that on this one, but it gives such a beautiful shine. Depending on what kind of glimmer mist you use. If you've never used glimmer mist before, you should get some and try it. I would probably recommend getting Pearl first, because that's just a kind of clear glimmer mist, and it just gives a nice little shine. Marshmallow is another one that gives a nice little shine, which is what we're going to use today. So anyway, let's get started. So I always keep a piece of paper toweling around, and I also use a piece of scrap cardstock, if I can find where I put it. Okay, I always lay that down. It just helps make less of a mess. And then what I do is, you don't shake glimmer mist, you twirl it, and that's what gets the glitter off the bottom of your bottle. Because if you shake it, it'll clog up on the inside of the bottle. So we don't want that to happen. So all I'm going to do is just spray, get this out of the way, spray a couple of spritzes on here, and then I take my paper toweling and just kind of dab some of the clumps off, because I don't like to have those little bubbles. And then you just use your heat gun to set it. And it doesn't take long, because you're not wetting it too much. But I don't know, hopefully you can see the shine on here if I hold it up a little closer to the camera. So let's go ahead and do the back side. Again, I use Pearl for every page in my book. Or this is not Pearl. Pearl's my favorite. I'm using Marshmallow today. And you can really see how it globs up on there a little bit. So that's why I keep the paper toweling, because then I could just dab off some of the extra, and it still keeps a lot of the shine. And then I dry it with my heat gun. Okay, so that's it. That's how I prepare my pages for my mini album. One thing I like to recommend is, if you don't have a heat mat, this is Ranger has a mat, and you can't cut on this, but it's great for heating, because if you use your heat gun on your cutting pad, it warps it. So try not to heat on your cutting pad if you can help it. I got mine at Michael's. No, I got mine at AC Moore. Michael's does have this also, but after I got mine, I found out that Big Lots has oven mats, they're called, for $5. Same size, actually maybe just a little bit smaller, but that's what this one is. My other one is, my Ranger one is on the other side of the desk here, because I was working on another project and it's all messy, so this was my clean one. So this is great. You just take paper toweling, you take your baby wipe and wipe up all your stuff, and ink and paint and everything comes off this super easy. So, okay, so there you go. Thanks for watching another episode of Creations with Christine. I'll see you next time when we will start embellishing our book, our mini album. So, see you next time. Bye!